the program name. Okay, and then as we go through the rest of the text, we will add that rest of the program. Parentheses behind it is a 1, 50. What do you think that 1, 50 is representing?
Those numbers from 1 to 50.
Yeah, it's giving us our range, right? So could we change that? Yeah, we could change that, and we'll experiment with that later. After we write the basic program and play it a few times, we'll go in and we'll experiment with changing the range of numbers and see what that does when we actually go to play it then. How does that translate when we play it? I'm going to pick a number for you, right, because that's the random integer. So as a calculator, I'm picking the number, right? Now what do? I wanted to ask for a guess. Now, what are the two options we have when a guess is made? It's too low or too high, or what else could be? Or it's correct. Really, so it's incorrect or correct, right? So if it's correct guess that was inputted, right, it's going to go here. It's just going to display the number of guesses used, and it's going to stop the program. Now, if the guess was incorrect, what options is it going to tell the user?
It's going to say if it's too low, and if it's too high, high.
Correct, right? So it's going to give you a hint. So at that point, it goes here. Now, where do these arrows go?
Back up.
They go back up. Because now it's going to give you that hint of, oop, it's too high. But then what's it going to do again? It's going to go all over again. It's going to ask you again for another guess. And now what happens again once another guess has been put in?
Is it correct or too high or too low?
Yeah, right? And it starts the process all over again. So if you notice, this dashed box is really representing that loop. It's going to keep going here, if it's incorrect, and it'll keep looping back until you finally hit the correct one and it displays out. We're going to arrow over to PRB, which is our probability part, and we want number 5. Okay, now mine looks a little bit different. Here it's going to ask me for my lower or upper. Yours most likely is just going to say rand int, and it's going to have a open parenthesis. Okay. Okay, now we're going to store, perfect, we're going to store that number, that randomly generated number, in for which variable? What variable did they ask us for? Put it in. In for n. So if you look above the on key, it says STO and it has an arrow. That stands for store for. So let's press that. So what we're saying is that it's going to create a random integer 1 to 50, and we wanted to store it into variable n. Okay, now we're ready for that loop. We've kind of dissected the loop and what the different parts mean. So if you want to go back to the beginning, or if you just go down on your sheet of paper, underneath that gray box is where we're going to start to start the loop, okay? So it says repeat G to N. Now repeat is part of the programming buttons. Remember, if you're in a program and you want to get to some of the programming words. So we're starting the loop and we want to repeat it until when? Yeah, G equals N. Now, equals is tricky, okay? Your operators are going to be under second and math. Okay, that's where you'll find your equals, your greater than, your less than, all of that. So once we have repeat G, we're going to press second and math.